Hi, I'm Mike Gross, leader of the All For Us movement. I know what it feels like to be overlooked, unheard, or told that your voice doesn't matter. And I know from that very place that real change begins with people daring to hope and daring to act. We live in extraordinary times. A time of challenges, yes, but also of unimaginable opportunity. A time when our country faces threats at home and abroad, when inequality has stretched too far, when families worry about healthcare, education, and whether their kids will inherit a planet worth living on. And yet, I tell you, these challenges are not insurmountable. Not if we stand together. Not if we fight together. Not if we believe together. Consider this: nearly 1 in 5 Americans still doesn't have access to quality health care. Millions of our neighbors are one emergency away from financial ruin. Meanwhile, we're on the verge of technical breakthroughs that could extend lives, cure diseases, and transform how we work and live. Imagine if every American, regardless of their zip code, had the peace of mind that comes from knowing that they and their families would never be denied health care. That's not just policy. It's a human right. And I promise you, it's within our reach. But rights aren't enough without action. That's why we'll launch the Innovation Corps, a bold new initiative that puts millions of Americans to work solving the biggest problems of our time. Jobs that empower hardworking Americans to build a future that's cleaner, healthier, smarter, and more prosperous. Jobs that give meaning, dignity, and purpose to every worker willing to roll up their sleeves and contribute. Think about it. A national effort where we tap into the brilliance of our scientists, engineers, teachers, and everyday innovators. Not just to create new technology, but to apply it to real problems. Imagine harnessing the energy of our people and the ingenuity of our ideas to combat climate change, cure diseases, secure our borders intelligently, and rebuild an America that thrives again. This is not a dream. This is our plan. And yes, it's bold. Yes, it's ambitious. And yes, it will work if we do it together. But let me be clear, none of this can happen if we allow ourselves to be divided. We won't fall for the false narratives that pit neighbor against neighbor. We're Democrats and Republicans, progressives and moderates, young and old, urban and rural, and all of us are Americans first. The questions I ask you today are simple. How can we come together to lift our families and communities? How can we harness our collective genius and grit to build an America worthy of our children? And are we willing to fight not for division, not for personal gain, but for the promise of a better tomorrow? I know the answer because I see it every day. I see it in the teachers staying late to help their students. I see it in the farmer's ingenuity, the nurse's compassion, the mechanic's expertise, the small business owner's grit, the caregiver's heart. They remind us to care, to nurture, to fight for what is right. We're the ones who make this country hum. We're the ones who can make this country soar. Friends, change doesn't happen from the top down. It happens when we take responsibility, when we demand accountability, when we insist that America lives up to its ideals. Change happens when we stop waiting for somebody else to fix it and start being the somebody who fixes it. So I ask you to dream boldly with me and stand up and take action. Create an America where every child has a chance to succeed, where every worker has dignity, where every community is vibrant, safe, and thriving. Create an America leading the world not only in military might, but in innovation, compassion, and human flourishing. Create a country that invests in itself, not just in profits. A country that rewards strength and compassion. A country that tackles problems that once seemed impossible. This is not about politics as usual. This is about a movement. A movement of people who know that the best of America is not behind us. It's in front of us. And yes, it'll take courage. It'll take discipline. It'll take us working shoulder to shoulder as one people for the common good. But I believe in us. I believe in our capacity to rise above cynicism, to reject fear and extremism, to embrace hope, to act decisively. Together, we'll prove that the impossible is only impossible until we decide it's possible. Together, we'll create a country that works for all of us, not just the privileged few. Together, we'll write the next chapter in the American story, and it will be bold, it will be compassionate, and it will be ours. So let us rise, let us fight, let us innovate, let us care, and let us do it together. Because if we do, there's nothing we can't achieve. There's no mountain too high, no challenge too great, no dream too bold. The new America is waiting, and it begins with all of us, all for us, here, now, today. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.